but I do remember growing up, and the white girls would literally iron their hair. Lay it on the ironing board and iron
That's what
it.
I did.
And for the girls, particularly from Southern Europe, who had more curly hair, they had the equivalent of a relaxer, except they called it a permanent. They were doing extensions long before weaves became popular among the black culture. I have, well, this isn't, usually a weave is tracts of hair that's sewn in, but this is actually a human hair wig that is then sewn in around corn rows, which is very common in the white community, especially of a certain social economic, or if you're in acting and stuff like this. So we sometimes forget the same issues we have with our black hair, they have with white hair, depending on their ancestry, and again, the kinkiness or the tightness of the curl. And I've tried everything over my 53 years, trust me.
Absolutely. Any questions or comments right now? Okay, yes, ma'am.
I had a different comment about just having natural hair in general. I feel like me personally, I've been all over the spectrum. Like, my mom didn't put a relaxer in my hair till I was like 10. So I really knew, like, getting up on Saturday mornings, getting my hair pressed out so it'll be straight, making sure that I didn't, like, well, I was a big kid. Like, I played hard, and I didn't care if I sweated my hair out. I'd be like, whatever, she gonna put it in a ponytail and call it a day anyway. But, like, I was personally drawn to locks. Like, I really, really wanted to get, like, when my hair gets a certain length, I want to go ahead and get some locks.
Do you want to explain?
Okay. Does everybody just...
And you said the term sweating your hair out.
Oh, okay. If you straighten your hair, even... You don't know what that means? Okay, if you straighten your hair, even like it can like get frizzy, or like when you sweat, it swells up, and so it goes back to being curly or nappy or whatever your original texture is from, if it's not like normally straight. So even a girl with naturally curly hair, it doesn't have to be like a black girl, white girl, you would know, like, if you have curly hair, if you straighten it and you sweat, or you're too, I don't know, rough or whatever, it's gonna curl back up. So, yeah, it's like water. Yeah, somebody said that back here now. True thought. But, I was saying, like, I feel like liberated when I get up in the morning. Like, I don't feel like I have to, oh, what am I going to do to my hair? Like, I get some olive oil, rub it on my hands, start going through my fro, pulling it out, and then I'm done. Like, I can leave. I just put on my clothes, hop in the shower, put on my clothes, and then I'm out the door. I feel like I don't really have that much to do. I mean, I still tie my hair up at night because it's about health and protection. Like, you don't want to go to sleep and like damage your hair because you're not tying it up or protecting it from like laying on a pillowcase and it getting matted or something like that. But I just feel like with my natural hair, I don't have as much maintenance. I don't spend half as much money as I used to spend on my hair with weave. Like, back home, for an all-over weave, it's like $300, and I'm sorry, I'm a broke college student. I don't got $300 to pay to get my hair. And sure, I know people who would do it for a lot cheaper, but even $80, like, coming out of $80 every couple months, like, that starts to add up. And, or even getting a relaxer every couple months, and then buying products so I can keep my hair the way I want it to, setting lotion. It was just too much. And I still got like natural hair products, but they don't cost me nearly as much. I don't buy them as often, and I know how to like twist my hair up, tie it up, go to sleep, wake up in the morning, pull it out, and go about my day.
So do you think that, if you don't mind, if I ask you a personal question, okay, do you think that having, and maybe you don't have this support, I'm making a huge assumption, do you have supportive family and friends around you to keep your natural hair? Because I know like it's not an option for some women because we have people around us telling us to straighten, telling us to look more kept, right?
Right. My mom and my grandparents, like, originally, actually, before I came to college, my senior year, I was going to go ahead and lock my hair up. I had natural hair. It had grown out, like, really, really long. It was, like, right here at my shoulders. And I was like, happy. But my mom was like, you're gonna go to Columbia. There's not gonna be anybody who knows how to do that to your hair, how to what it takes to maintain it, straighten it, and everything. So you need to relax it. And it was like a lot of pressure. And so she saw how much damage, like when I put a relaxer back in my hair after not having any in my hair for like 2 years, all my hair broke off up to like my ears. And so I was just like, after that, my mom didn't have any like comments about what I did as far as my hair. She was just like, it grows out, it looks pretty, you keep it well,
great,
do it. And now actually my mom is natural, so.
Oh, well, great, yeah, awesome. Okay, so your hand is up?
Yeah. And you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I really don't get that vibe or that feeling anymore that people are against natural hair. I think more so it's our grandparents that were against natural hair, but I think as of now, I think people are in the movement against the relaxer, whether you're going to natural hair or you're going to weave where you don't have to perm your hair as well. But I don't necessarily get the feeling that people are against it anymore.
That's awesome. That's great that you don't feel like you're feeling that pressure to straighten your hair. That's wonderful. I saw some. Okay.
Over there.
Yes.
I don't know if people can hear me, but well, my mom, like, I got a perm when I was like, my first perm when I was like super young, and basically like, I won't say it was my choice, but I'm like super tender-headed, which did you guys already talk about that?
We didn't. Do you want to explain?
Oh, yeah, we didn't.
Tender-headed is
I am
basically,
too.
it's like, I don't know, your scalp is really tender, so like when I would get, not perms, but I used to like have to like press my hair out with like the hot comb and stuff, and it was just like a whole bad experience. So my mom just put a perm in my head, which was fine, but she started in corporate America when like it was not popular to have like natural hair or locks or anything like that. So like at her job she couldn't do braids, she couldn't do even like micros or something where it looks like straight at the end or anything. Like it was all the women had. If you were black and you couldn't grow your hair long and straight, like my mom's hair is pretty long, but if you couldn't grow your hair long and straight, then you cut it into a short straight. Like I think she started in corporate America back at a time when it was like, if you were black and in corporate America, then you should be trying to like pattern yourself as much as possible like the white people in corporate America. So the reason why like I won't say that I'm like pressured into having like straight hair and perms and stuff like that. It's just that I grew up with my mom always, and like all the women in my family, always having straight hair and always being very successful. I don't want to say that straight permed hair is like associated with success, but it's always like, that's how I've always kind of like seen it, because like, yeah.
Well, thank you so much for sharing. But we can look at the media today, and not all, clearly, but a lot of black actresses that we see, a lot of people who are on our billboards, what does their hair look like?
That's what I was gonna say. Is that's what I see.
So it's definitely not strange to associate straight with success. That's what we're given. That's what we're told every day. In my undergrad, I had a journalism student come up and chat with me because she felt pressure to straighten her hair because she was going into broadcast journalism. Here at our school, she felt pressure. So I think it's awesome if you're not feeling it, but I think that it's still real and it deserves a conversation. Some people are,
I don't think it's as bad as it used to be, and I
bet
think
it's
most
not,
of
yeah.
the pressure was internal within the black culture. But I do remember corporate America, beginning in the late 70s, early 80s, when I started my career, there was a whole topsy-turvy about what should a corporate dress look like. How should your hair look? I mean, it wasn't just black women, it was white women. There was this whole thing to homogenize us, and that included fairly conservative, what was considered conservative straight hair. Now, I do my hair, doesn't have anything to do with wanting to look light or aesthetics. I want easy, low maintenance. My real hair comes down to here, but it's fragile and it breaks off if it's just not in a, cover up.
So we have several hands. So let's try to like raise our hands before we speak, just so everyone gets an opportunity. Okay, yes ma'am, back there.
I think straight is also correlated with beauty because I'm biracial. My mom's white, and I used to have really long hair, but it was relaxed because my mom didn't know how to take care of it. And then 2 years ago, I decided to go natural, and everyone was like, "Haley, you're not as pretty," or because my hair was I don't have the typical mixed girl hair. My hair is very kinky. It doesn't lay, and it wasn't super, super long when I first cut it.
Okay.
And I feel pressure from my grandmother, who's German, who says that I look better when my hair's straight, and I look prettier with my hair straight.